Arsenal secured a 2-0 victory over West Ham at the Emirates, but the real story of this match lies in how Mikel Arteta's team systematically exposed West Ham's defensive structure, controlled the flow of the game, and adjusted seamlessly. So let's get into it. Now, Arsenal lined up in their familiar 4-3-3 shape. The structure was highly fluid. Declan Rice started as single pivot, positioned just ahead of the back four, while Martin Odegaard and Abirachi as they operated higher up the pitch to connect midfield and attack. On the wings, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli provided width and penetration, constantly stretching the pitch to force West Ham's defense to cover every channel. Arsenal sought to dominate the ball, patiently circulate possession, and look for gaps to appear between West Ham's defensive line. West Ham, by contrast, focused on keeping their lines tight, limiting Arsenal's central access and hoping that Arsenal's persistence would eventually create turnovers they could exploit. But as the match unfolded, it became evident that Arsenal had prepared specifically for this approach. For much of the first half, West Ham held their shape well. Arsenal probed through short passes, rotations in mid, and switches of play, but for long stretches, they were limited to half chances or blocked shots. Arteta's men sought to create overloads in the half spaces, pulling West Ham's fullback out wide. Around the 30-minute mark, Odegaard went down with a knee injury and was forced out. His absence would easily have disrupted Arsenal's rhythm, but instead Arteta brought on Martin Zubimendi, and the adjustment actually tilted the game further into Arsenal's favor. With Zubimendi sitting deeper, Rice was free to move into more advanced positions. Rather than losing creativity, Arsenal gained an extra layer of control. Zubimendi's crisp passing and calm presence in build-up allowed Arsenal to sustain pressure, while Rice's forward runs added another line-breaking option in midfield. This subtle change shifted the dynamic, and West Ham struggled to readjust to Arsenal's new balance. Arsenal repeatedly isolated West Ham's defenders in uncomfortable situations. Timber's willingness to drive into the box from deep mirrored the rotations Arsenal has used all games to stretch and pull West Ham's shape. West Ham defenders dragged from side to side and constantly forced into recovery runs eventually cracked. Throughout the match, Arsenal identified two consistent weaknesses in West Ham's approach. The first was their vulnerability in the half spaces, those pockets between fullbacks and centre-backs. Time and again, Arsenal used diagonal switches and quick interchanges to target these channels. Arsenal had complete control of possession, and every West Ham substitution seemed to come too late to alter the flow. By contrast, Arsenal managed the game with calm professionalism. After Saka's penalty, they kept their defensive line disciplined, circulated possession efficiently, and refused to give West Ham any chance of building momentum. Even as the minutes ticked down, Arsenal looked the likelier side to add a third goal rather than concede one. This match offered several lessons for Arsenal. It proved their ability to dismantle compact defensive block, something they have occasionally struggled with in the past seasons. The combination of patience, movement, and tactical flexibility was key. Even losing Odegaard, their creative hub, did not derail them. Instead, they showed they could adapt mid-game and continue to dominate. Their pressing, counter-pressing, and defensive transitions were equally impressive. West Ham never managed a shot on target, a testament to Arsenal's control, not just in attack but across all phases of play. In the end, Arsenal's 2-0 victory was more than just 3 points. It was a tactical demonstration, a match where Arteta's side exposed their opponent's flaws with intelligence and precision. Remember to like the video, also subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.